Ahoj, vítejte v Brně v České republice.
Yeah, best qualifying that the team's ever had. It was a great job by the whole team. We made a few changes. We've really gone forward since Silverstone, so everyone was pretty buoyant about that. Everyone ready to go in the race. And then we came just before the race. Heavens opened in one part of the track. It's dry in the other. It's a 50-50 call. What do we do? And as luck would have it, we made the wrong call. Started on slicks, it was just too wet out the back. It was still standing water, and we were expecting it to dry quickly, and then we just got another shower, which really killed us off. So very unfortunate, very disappointed. Wipe that off the slate and move on, I think.
Trying to keep your motivation and drive on the limits, it's hard when you know your race is essentially over. Matt did such a good job in qualifying to put us in the top 10. You know, you get these things right sometimes, you get them wrong when you're trying to guess the weather. And we guessed wrong, and we paid the price, and that pretty much caught us out right away, and it was all downhill from there. So another race tomorrow. Nothing we can do about today, just learn from it and give it another shot tomorrow.
Qualifying was difficult. We've been struggling, but we started way in the back, and it was just a fantastic race. It rained right before we went out on the grid, so we went to rain tires, and it was a great choice. Some people didn't choose to go on rains, and it began to rain even more while we were out there, so it obviously worked in our favor, and it went very, very well. The car was superb in the rain. And I was in the group that I was with. They were very confident in the rain, and I don't know where my confidence came from, but it felt great. So I made a lot of passes, and I ended up, bringing in at like 7th place, and then turned it over. So it was good. It was great.
Great result in this race. Mike Wash made a very good call against everybody's advice. He went with the rain tires. He had the feeling after a lap that he couldn't get by on slicks. A lot of people changed at the last second, went with him. I think 4 cars went with slick tires, and they all realized that wasn't a great decision. And more than that, he drove well with those tires the rain tires that he chose. Moved us up to like P11 when he came in. Perfect choice for us. I was quite surprised. I went out even in turn 1. It was bone dry already, and that was kind of scary. But there were patches of water to catch, and I stayed in the water. But halfway through the stint, the entire track was dry. That was pretty scary. You're on rain tires, and you're just barely making it through. So we were doing 2 minutes 20, and a dry car is doing 2 minutes 7.
Just tell us what it's like driving on wet on a dry track.
It's like rolling around on those ugly sausages that Mish makes for us in the morning. Everything's squeezy and squeegee and greasy, and the car won't stop, and it slides around. Have another sausage.
Well, yeah, there was a safety car on on lap 1 after an instant at the first corner. But we didn't get the best start after that, but that wasn't by any stretch of the imagination the worst of our problems. We got a stop-go penalty for something that happened to us on the grid before the race had even begun, and then the car got stuck in 3rd gear. We had no shift lights in the car and got stuck in 3rd gear, had to come in, stop for 2 minutes, reboot the whole car and go again. So just pretty frustrating afternoon.
Our car was okay, but not great. And I couldn't hold people off on the speed. The Audi top speed is not doing it for us. We are not competitive with the middle of the pack, forget the front of the pack on top line speed. So that was disappointing. Made one pass back at the end, but I'd given up a couple of positions. And fortunately for us, a couple of guys decided to smash into the walls. That was kind of cool. So we made up positions. I think I handed it over to Mike at 21st. And he pedaled hard and did the same kind of lap times. Silver lining is it didn't rain again this time, and don't tell Zach, but we actually came in 2 races in a row in front of him.
A lot of things went against us that were beyond our control, certainly as a driver. You could take away some positives. I was very quick in my second session there. It was very easy to go out and see red mist and start getting angry at the world and blaming everyone, but I just chose, look, race is over, let's just go out and try and do some good lap times and at least have something to build on for next time, and I think I managed to do that. I really like the circuit. I think it's a great track. If there's one thing I've enjoyed out of all this, it's not been the weather, it's not been the luck we've had, but it's the track. I would come here again tomorrow. I like the track a lot. It's long, fast corners, really good driver circuit.
Gives me a little bit of, inspiration, because it's tough when you're qualifying in the back and just fighting for every bit you can get. So it gives us some hope.